Hey, peace, everybody. Just want to say welcome to the Millionaire Deal Analyzer Study Group. It's going to take place in July. July 1st is a Sunday. It's 5 Sundays in July. We're going to get together every single Sunday in July, and we're going to analyze apartment buildings. Why? Because real estate, as you know, I know, we know, it makes people wealthy, and a lot of wealthy people have real estate in their portfolio. For the first time in my life, I can honestly say I can see it with so much clarity. Not when I say see it, I understand it. And it's very important that we reach a level, now hear me closely with this, of consciousness where we can mathematically equate deals. We can show the deal, we can work the deal, we can make sense of the deal, we totally understand the deal. And now we will be consciously aware and have the conscious acumen, the mental capacity to go out and attract and work $1 million. I ask people all the time, you want to be a millionaire? Yes. Okay. How you going to do it? Well, I don't know. And get quiet. Haven't even done the math. Don't even know what times what is $1 million. And then sometimes I think the transactions are so small. Take that $1 shea butter and you sell it for 1,000,000 times and you stack that dollar. You know, that's 1,000,000 units you got to move. And maybe you don't have the grit to move 1,000,000 of them because it's too strenuous. I don't know. But I know in real estate, I'm involved in transactions that have 5-digit profit margins. So anywhere from 10 to 99,000. So that tells me, even at 10,000, if I just do that 9 more times, I'll have 100,000. And if I do that 9 more times, I'm going to have $1 million. And this is very feasible. But I could not get into this thing until I understood the deal, the math. I'm telling you, this is important, okay? So let's look at a deal. Here is an apartment building in Little Rock going for $500,000 and it's 16 units. They're telling me that it has an average occupancy of 100%, which is great. And it has a cap rate of 12.49%. If you take the asking price, $500,000 times 12.49%, you will see on the financial summary, the net operating income is $62.4 thousand. You take the asking price times the cap rate equals the NOI. That simply means if I pay all cash, $500,000 for this deal, after the expenses, which is net operating income, I shall walk away with $62.4 thousand per year, making 12% of my money every year. This is a great deal, but it's 100% occupied. That's fairy tale numbers. Could be true, but that's not how we're going to go into the deal. Okay. So let's look at some things. We're going to have to get that $500,000 from somewhere because we don't have it. So you know what that means? That means that we're going to have to add a new debt to the situation, which means we're not going to clear that much money. But how much money will we clear? So let's say the asking price is $500,000. That's true. The bank says put 30% down. This is a worst case scenario, but let's go with it. 150,000. And now I'm going to show you, we're going to structure the deal with the bank in a worst case scenario, percentage rates that's higher than today's. We want to go in these situations, worst case scenario, because guess what? If you can win in the worst case scenario, you're really going to be winning in the best case scenario. And I'm going to show you that too. So the bank debt for this is about $25.8 thousand a year. So let's look at the numbers. Instead of those 16 units being occupied, let's say 12 units are occupied at $487 a month. How did I get that? I will explain that inside of the class. For the sake of time, I'll explain it later. Okay. So 12 units at 487 will equal 70,000 a year. Now I have minus 23 because remember they said the gross rental income was 93,000. But yeah, they was projecting off 100% occupancy. I'm not doing that. So I'm 23,000 short right here. That's why I got that right there. Okay. So The operational expense 31.2, that's the same. And then that's like your trash and your insurance and lawnmen and all that stuff, right? And then 25.8 on the banknote. That leaves us with $13K per year, or close to close to $1,100 per month. I like this deal. I want to start, and this is me, but this is why I'm sharing as well. I'm training myself to find deals that can bring me $1,000 a month. Of course, I'll take less because it's all profit, but I would love to clear $1,000 a month. I want $1,000 checks, bare minimum. Okay. And this can get you there. So this is a good deal. So let's look at more money and how the wealthy become wealthy. Okay. Now check this out. Let's say we raise the rents $20 per year on 12 units. We're not even maxed out. We're not doing the 16. We're doing 12. $20 a month on 12 units for 120 months total, because we're going to hold it for 10 years in this scenario. We're going to gain an extra $28,000. Please put that in the savings account. Now, let's say we max flow. This is a hypothetical. We max flow, but it's no rent increase. It's only one rent increase that we did on those other 4 units. Because remember, we got 16 units, but we only counted 12. So let's just say we raise the rent one time on those 4. And let's just say hypothetically, these 4 units are occupied at $507 a month for 120 months. There go an additional $243,000, almost close to $250,000. Okay. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to this, because the only thing we got to do with that $243,000 is divided by 4, and that'll tell us what each unit is doing over 10 years. So my point is, you can make anywhere from 0 all the way up to $243,000 more, okay, in 10 years, okay? And remember, it only saw one rent increase. Now, what's the possibility of us being able to raise the rent more than one time within 10 years? It's very real. You can go up $20 a year. The average rental increase throughout the nation is 3 to 5%. Okay, so we can go up $20 a year. All right. Now let's look at bullet point number 3. Let's just say we're just halfway disciplined. We just halfway serious about this money. We really should be doing the 80-20 rule right here, but let's just say halfway. We know that in the worst case scenario, in the first year, we're going to make $13,000. We know this. Okay. But let's just say we always making $13,000 a year. And remember, this actually goes up. Okay. But we're going to keep it at $13,000 because we're not going to touch that $28,000 in rent increase. So we're just going to keep it at a base 13. Okay. Because we stacking all increases. Okay. So this base 13, let's split that in half, because we're half disciplined and we want to put some money in our pocket and we want to go shopping because we got life to live too. So we're only going to save half and spend the other half. So 6.5, which is $6,500, okay, a year times 10 years is $65,000. Please put that in the checking account, please. I'm sorry, the savings account. Now, let's say it's time to exit out this property, and we're going to sell it for, let's just say, 25% more than what we paid for it. For Christ's sake, we went up 5%, 3 to 5% every year for 10 years. I'm sure in 10 years we can get 25% more than what we paid for it, plus inflation and things of that nature. See, the thing about real estate, you can short it, you freeze money. 500,000 is 500,000. 20 years, $1 million is different. You see what I'm saying? You froze your money. Okay. And so let's just say we walk away with $125,000 of profit. Okay. Now, technically, we've been paying the debt down for 10 years. Or it even gets sweeter. Man, this thing gets real sweet. Like, what if we don't have to pay back that entire $350,000 mortgage because we've been paying the bank back money for 10 years. You see what I'm saying? So some of that money, that's more profit for us. But worst case scenario, let's just give them all their money back, okay? And we recoup our initial down payment. We have $125,000 profit. So add it up. $125,000 in profit when we sell, $65,000 when we save some money. We max flow for $243,000. All right, and then we raise those rents, and we've been stacking those. That's $462,000 in profit. Oh, by the way, we can roll this money into what's called a 1031 exchange, where we can go into a deal got to locate a deal within 45 days and then close from another period from that time, where we don't have to pay nothing, not one penny has to be paid to Uncle Sam, because we can roll this money over into another deal. Okay, this is how you start setting up generational wealth. All right. So how do we get the 150,000? Because that becomes your problem. Okay. So it's only two ways you're going to make it happen. And I want you to get real comfortable with these two ways immediately. Either you're going to work your ass off and hustle and get it yourself because you don't believe in asking people for money, going to the bank and networking, and you don't have friends and all of that, that stuff. And that's fine. But that's cool. Work and get it. Go ahead, because you got it at that point, right? Or you're going to have to partner with somebody, meaning the bank, hard money lender, private money lender, friends, family, whoever. You're going to have to generate it yourself, or you're going to have to partner with somebody. That is the bottom line, point blank, period, end of discussion. Pick one. Okay? Now, if you go the partner route outside of the bank, because I know real estate flippers who I keep showing, I'm going to show you one, who get money from people who's given $300,000 and they only want 10% returns. I'm going to show you how to do three things that is very, very important for a private person to want to give you money on your deal. I'm going to show you how to secure their money. I'm going to show you how to insure their money. And I'm going to show you how to 100% protect their money. This is 100% safe investment for them. Guaranteed, cannot lose. It cannot lose. This is not Wall Street and you at the mercy of up and down trades. See, real investments for real cannot necessarily guarantee you a return. A bond can, a 30-year fixed treasury or something, but that everybody who guarantees you something always brings you back a low percent return. Always. What you have inside of real estate is way better than any option that is out there in the world. You can guarantee. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I got a deal right now on the table where they are locking me into a 18% return on the money. I don't care. I need the money. You eat, I'm eating too. I just got to get my chips up to the point where I say, you know what? I don't want you on this deal. I'll pay for this one by myself. And that's what I did on one of these other deals. We didn't use no lender. We'll pay for the whole deal ourselves, the property and the rehab of it. Okay. So I'm telling you, this is real. Why did they do it? Why are they willing to give me 18%? Well, one, because they're going to make a lot of money and they know I'm in kind of a desperate situation in a sense, right? Because I ain't going to the bank. I'm coming to them. But why are they really giving it? Because their money is secured, insured, and protected. They know they can't lose. It's an impossibility. And I'm going to show you how to structure that. Okay. So I want to share this email with you from my young mentor, Austin. I sent him an email and this is his response. He said, appreciate this, bro. I have been slacking and definitely got to recreate and I blanked it out. And we'll definitely have to dive into this more. Thanks, bro. This first sentence is me giving him some value. Power to power. What do you mean? This is a power player in my world. Someone who I look up to, somebody who has the expertise and someone who has the resources to loan me money if I need it. Okay. So I'm finding a way as usual to add power to power, value to someone. Why? Because in the next sentence, he says what? Attached is the contractor document. Look at the all caps, please. Don't share with anyone, as I have paid crazy money for access to these type of things. I've invested at this point a couple hundreds of dollars, not thousands, but hundreds of dollars so far. He's invested thousands of dollars. Look where he's going to Thursday morning, Cancun. And when he goes out, it just ain't for itself. It's more networking opportunities. Okay. So I'm not sharing with you the actual contractor document. You're not at that phase. Okay. And I got something else for you anyway with that. Okay. So I'm respecting his wishes. But my point in showing you this is people pay crazy money for this kind of information. And then also you have to find a way to add value to your lenders, to your people. Okay. Trust me. Then you'll be able to get things for free, like I do. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta learn, you gotta understand that that's a skill. You gotta learn that. Okay, don't be afraid. So the Millionaire Math Deal Analyzer Study Group is perfect for any business because you're scaling. That's all we did. Scaling meaning grow. You one of those slides, we grew the money. And that's what it's about. You can take that model and put it on any type of business. Math is math. Now, here is my closing argument with you guys. All right, because I have to present this case to you. There is a region of the brain that deals with every single thing. There's a region of the brain that deals with money. A few of them. One in particular we are going to concentrate upon. See, once you, like me, I'm just going to be 100% transparent with you. I found a way to get into real estate. I raised money. People loaned me the money. That's what I mean by raise. People loaned me the money. Bought a property. Opening my mouth, talking to a friend. She gives me a money source. And now I found more people to loan me money. The person wants money up front. I gave them a couple $1,000 up front, $3,000 to be exact. Okay. And now I'm in the game. There's rules to it where it can only be single family homes, no condos, no multifamily, single family flips. Rehabs, no problem. Oh, by the way, on your first rehab, the repair cost can't exceed $50,000. If it does, you just come up with the extra money, the overage at the closing table, and you can do whatever you want to do. But in order for you to qualify for 100% financing, you need to play by these particular guidelines. But here goes $250,000 for you to get started. Oh, and by the way, you can have 3 contracts going at one time. So that's really $750,000. Oh, and by the way, on your very first deal, when you sell, we're going to give you $2,300 back. But we keeping that other $600 because you gave me $3,000. We keeping that other $600 because we have to pay our people to come out to your place and inspect it to make sure that this property is even worth investing in, which is great because now I have a professional overseer to make sure that this is profitable. I have a team. I'll gladly pay whatever you ask me as long as I am going to profit at each transaction. No price is too high because I'm always going to profit. So you can't put a price on it. This is the sweetest thing ever. So now I'm in a vicinity where I can have a property and I can make 20,000, 40, 60, 100,000 off of it. Keep stacking that until I get to my desired goal. Now that I'm literally in the vicinity of doing transactions that's to my desired goal, and my goal is in phases, I can now put that number in the correct region of my brain and visualize and activate and strengthen that part of my brain by sending the electrical current called focus on that region of the brain and activating it by that particular number. What's better than that? This is how you work this thing. See, you have to consciously, here's the problem. We really have poverty consciousness because we don't even know how to analyze $1 million deals. So you don't have the mental capacity to do $1 million. But the moment that you learn the math, the moment that you really become fluent in understanding this deal structure, is going to be the moment that you just gain more brain cells, more, and I'm being literal. You're gaining, neurologically speaking, in the brain, you're gaining more capacity to understand money. And when you gain more capacity, now you have the ability to be able to go out and work a deal. Welcome to the Millionaire Math Deal Analyzer Study Group. I sincerely hope to see you there. I'm just sharing my experience along the way, and this is me giving back. All right. So I'll see you. Peace.